What up, guys? It's your boy Chig, and today the lead story I'm going to be talking about is the battle between Leno and Emi Martinez. We thought it might bubble up towards the start of the season, and so it has. I think Martinez has basically gone to Arsenal and said, "If you offer me a new deal, no problem. I have no problem signing it, but I want to wait for a couple of weeks." Because the rationale between that is that if Leno starts against Fulham, he will want to leave. And I'm going to discuss what the ramifications of that will mean. I'm going to talk about Messi deciding to stay for at least this season with regards to Barcelona and the knock on effect that I think that may have for Arsenal. And a couple of other little tidbits. It's been a slow news day in terms of the transfer window, but I wanted to give you guys something. So strap up, enjoy, and peace. All right, what up? Oh gosh, camera was all kind of wrong. What up, people? It's your boy Chib from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time, it is Eagle Eye, the transfer rumor show, where I talk to you about rumors and news surrounding the Arsenal. I hope you guys are all well. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I would genuinely appreciate it if you could do that. Really does help when we get the likes through and as many eyes notice the show as possible. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'm told I don't plug my stuff enough because I put it in the description. I just assume people read the description and that's that. It's wrong to do that. So first and foremost, please do give my Twitter a follow. Over 5,000 followers on that now. So please do follow me on Twitter at Colossal Trib. Absolutely 100% definitely follow me on Insta. I don't plug that even close to enough. Please do follow me on Insta, which is Guna Eagle Eye on Insta. So give that a little follow. That would be great. Also, I told you guys also follow Lee Gunner's channel, which is also something I put in my description. Make sure you do that. Please do also give my fantasy football. If you're into fantasy football and you've not already joined, I've built a league already. What I've said is my first 5 places are payouts. So it will literally go from first place £100, second place £80, third place 60, fourth place 40, fifth place 20. If you come in the top 5, you get a payout. It's pretty simple. So make sure you do join that. The code is in the description as well. So make sure you check that all out. It's all set up. It's all ready to go. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? I don't think there is. Combat show is supposed to be on today. There is a couple of things I'm going to discuss with the boys, which may lead to that show being cancelled for this week. But if it is cancelled this week, I'll put an announcement on the Combat Show community post, and I'll share it on here as well. And yeah, we'll be back as usual next week. I just need to see something, and then I need to talk to the boys. So it's very possible this week it might be cancelled. All right. Without further ado, let's talk about this duo, Leno and Emi Martinez. So they've been duking it out, as I said at the very start of the show, in terms of who will be number one. They've done that all of last season, and it was very firmly that Leno was number one. Leno got injured, and then Emi Martinez stepped in, and I think probably did better than I would imagine everyone expected. I'll include myself in that. You know, I'm a big fan of Emi now. I was never particularly blown away by many of his performances. The only thing I said for him at the start of last season was that he does look at least a little better at, dealing with crosses and that type of thing. But I was a bit worried about his shot stopping. Actually, since Arteta's come in, that side of things has actually improved. I think he looks like a very good shot stopper now. He looks confident. He's playing well. He commands his area. He's got, on the whole, very good judgment. The only time I've seen him do anything even reasonably rash was that time when he almost came out of the area with the ball. And even then, he got the decision. So it looks good when you're right. Let's put it that way. So it's left us with a problem. It's left us with quite a conundrum. And the Daily Express are reporting today that if Martinez is actually stalling on a new deal, and that essentially he's waiting to see what happens on September 12th, which is obviously our first game against Fulham. So just to read the story, Martinez has been at Arsenal for over a decade, but has only recently got the chance of being number one. But he says that he will push to leave the club if Bernd Leno starts the Premier League season as number one, according to reports. The shot has been in fine form in recent months, but with Bernd Leno now fit, a parting of ways could be on the card. The shot stopper hasn't put a foot wrong since, and producing some fine performances to help the club win the FA Cup and the Community Shield titles. Now with Leno fit, Martinez's future at the club is up in the air. Schalke have emerged as potential suitors for the 28-year-old, while Spanish side Villarreal have also been linked as well. And goals say that the Argentine has found himself benched on the opening day of that. Sorry, let me try that again. And goals says that should the Argentine find himself benched on the opening day of the season, he'll decide to leave the club behind. Leno has been injured since the Gunners' defeat to Brighton back in June. But when fully fit, the Germany international is considered to be one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier. How? Who says that? Anyway, okay. Arsenal have a very genuine dilemma on their hands. Martinez has been on song ever since being given a chance, but Leno has been proven at the highest level and been a consistent performer since his arrival in 2018. Speaking recently, he admitted he suffered over the years while waiting for a chance to prove himself at the Emirates Stadium. The 27-year-old told AS, which by the way is a Spanish publication, this has been the best year of my career, but it's not easy to fulfill your dreams. I arrived at Arsenal in 2010, flipping heck, and had 5 seasons out on loan, plus another one with Watford, where I played just once. It honestly wasn't easy. I found it hard and suffered more than I should. I think that is pretty. Oh no, sorry. The quotes go on. The last loan spell at Reading was the one I enjoyed the most. The manager, Jose Gomez, put a lot of faith in me and helped me develop. But now I can say that all the efforts have been worthwhile. Martinez also admitted that his dream was to be number one for both Arsenal and Argentina. The fact that I've returned to Arsenal so many times is because they've continued to believe that I could become the number one goalkeeper. Had they told me, look, you have no future here, I'd have gone to another club. But now I've achieved what I wanted, and I want to continue being successful with Arsenal. Bernd Leno's injury changed my career. Other great goalkeepers, such as Casillas, have got their big opportunities when their first keeper was injured, which is exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. That's how people make successes. You know, it's unfortunate for Leno, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. If you get injured, that is how people step up. Once you're given that opportunity, you are given the choice to step up or not. That's what I've been saying. You have to be prepared for when you're called upon. And I hope to continue with Arsenal in the new season. That is my idea, although obviously I want to be in the first team. My dream is to play many Premier League games as possible and also to play for Argentina. Now, you guys know how I feel. I've said it over and over again. And the last thing you guys probably need is me saying it again. For me, personally, I think that Martinez is the better goalkeeper regardless. However, forget my personal opinion. This is what people get confused by when I rant, right? Just because I rant, don't ever get it twisted that I'm getting emotion involved. Like somebody said to me yesterday, oh, well, aren't you doing the same thing by saying that Balogun should be, you're talking about sentiment, but aren't you doing the same thing by talking about Balogun and being in a team? And I said, brother, do you want to rewatch what I said? At no point did I tell you I wanted Balogun in a team because he's Nigerian or because he's a youngster. Not ever. So what are you talking about? I told you I want him in the team because of the talent, because the talent is there. Because I've seen the boy play, the boy has it. Just the same way, go back and watch these. This is the beautiful thing about YouTube. It stays on here. Go back and watch this. 2 years ago, 18 months ago, your boy was the one that was calling for Saka to play. You know why? Because I'd watched Saka play and I knew the talent was there. For me, last season wasn't a surprise. Ask anybody you like. Ask Lee. Oh, Lee will tell you straight off. The only person that was telling him Saka should play, it was me. So that's got nothing to do with sentiment. How can I, with my somewhat unqualified professional, I'm not a professional in the game, but yeah, I could see the talent. I could see the talent in Balogun, I could see the talent in Saka. And guess what? Hardy ha, I can also see the talent in Martinez. For me, I think Leno, I don't agree with people when they say that Leno's a crap goalkeeper. I don't. I think he's a very good shot stopper. I do think he has saved points. I do think he has saved points for us over the course of last season. However, this is the part that people don't like to hear, but this is all about balance. It's also cost us points. It's also cost us games by doing some wild stuff. Now, I get it. Sometimes you need to, especially for a goalkeeper, 26, 27, 28, are reasonably young ages, you are going to make mistakes. Notice I have not once told you I want us to sell Bernd Leno. What's the problem having two goalkeepers, two good goalkeepers, and operating a merit system? Because by you saying, oh, well, Martinez wants to go, so we should just let him go, and then you go and get a number, what message does that, first of all, send to the number two? Do you know the best way I can compare it to is Willy Caballero. Willy Caballero, the Chelsea goalkeeper, the formerly Man City goalkeeper. You can tell that guy has no interest in improving or becoming number one. Because for me, that guy has been substandard and has stayed substandard since his move from Man City. And even while he was at Man City, he's never demonstrated anything to me that shows that he wants to be a number one goalkeeper. The one thing I like about Leno, keep in mind, a year ago, I was not convinced about this guy. So for me to be batting hard, I must now see something in him, a development in him. What I like about him is that he's come in and he said to himself, all right, I came in 2010 and I've grafted. I literally started at the bottom. I came in, I went on 5 different loan spells. Technically, I went on 6 different loan spells, played once for Oxford, and nothing happened. And I still stayed at this club. I still believed in this club because I figured that when I get my opportunity, they would believe in me and back me. Only for the minute that their £26 million signing comes back, for my man to get shunted to the bench and for him to be brought in, I'm sorry, is some bullshit. That is some bullshit. I am all for keeping both of these guys. But I don't understand the problem with saying to them both, listen, neither of you are my number one. Both of you, I believe in you both. But straight up, this is going to be, we're going to operate this in a very cold way. Whoever is the guy plays. Whoever's on form plays. The minute that you are off form, you get dropped. This is why I'm not particularly against a cup goalkeeper. Because in a situation like this, you can potentially satisfy both. Where I would say, for example, right now, Leno should be the lead goalkeeper. Sorry, Leno should be the cup goalkeeper. Martinez be the lead goalkeeper. I have no issue with that. Now, me personally, in an ideal world, Martinez would play both. But you also have 2 goalkeepers that are going to be hungry, at ages where they want to play. Leno, I don't think is Leno third choice in Germany. I think Martinez is second choice in Argentina. Both of them, I'm sure, have aspirations to be number one for their country. So they obviously need to be playing. So I think from my perspective, I just say we need to There is nothing wrong with having a merit system because, like I keep saying, if Martinez goes, let's say you go and get this dead Brentford keeper, who I saw yesterday was quoting saying that he was so flattered to be linked to Arsenal that he would love the move and that he's really hoping that the move pulls off. To me, that sounds like someone that is happy to just make the numbers, sit on the bench, and when they're called upon, they'll come in. I don't want that. I have ambitions for Arsenal to be the best, to win leagues. Why not have two top goalkeepers cut through each other, going back and forth? Saying not one of them saying, all right, the minute you slip, your place is mine. I think there's no problem having that friendly rivalry, that friendly competition within the club. Little bit of banter. The minute you slip, your place is mine. The minute you slip. I'm going back and forth. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I hope that we handle this Martinez thing properly. We handle it properly and sensitively. Because I tell you what, it will secretly break my heart if we let this kid go. I think he's got it, man. I do. I think he's got it. I like him a lot. I like his old schoolness. I like how he's grafted. I like how he's worked hard. He's bided his time. Who would blame him, quite frankly, if he wanted to go? Who would blame him? Hello, Delvin. I see you. Who would blame him? But it is what it is. What do you guys think? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. All right, let's talk about, let me put myself on camera. Let's talk about Messi. So literally right before I started the stream, I was just going through new normal transfer stories. On my phone pops up saying Messi decided to stay this season. Now, I think most of us kind of were like, read the news and like, yeah, I figure, right? But in my mind, I was like, shit. Because if we did have any chance of getting Abour, I think those chances have diminished a little bit now. Because I think Man City will look at that situation and say, all right, cool. Now I got some cash to free up. Let's go and get Odsonne Edouard. Let's go and get him and secure that deal. Because I think the kid is so good. He's never, why I'm a bit nervous is he's never really had any desire to come to Man City. So why would he start now? That's my overall feeling on that. I don't see him suddenly, all of a sudden, coming to Arsenal, in my personal opinion. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Let's talk about Edouard. So Edouard is one that I know all of you want. Fantastic Celtic striker, 22 years old, just heaps and heaps of goals, goal-scoring machine. Someone that I think most people want if Lacazette ends up leaving. I'll come to Lacazette in a minute. Well, there's a story going around today that Celtic are trying to make him sign a new deal. And that new deal is expected to include a release clause of £40 million. So I wanted to find out what you guys thought about that. Do you think that, A, he will sign that new deal? And B, if he did sign the new deal, would you be happy spending £40 million on him? He's a great player. I know that he's one that a lot of people would have in an instant, particularly if Aubameyang, for whatever reason, decided to leave, or if Aubameyang in, say, 18 months' time was slowing down after signing a new contract. I think most people would want this guy in the club. 40 million is obviously a lot of money, though. So what do you guys think? Again, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Is there anything else I want to talk about with you guys today? Nothing really. I mean, there is some party noise here and there. It's more about the fact that they're trying to raise as much money as possible to go and get Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is definitely seen as the next priority to bring into the club. Just because of his attributes, we need a defensive midfielder. He's someone that Arsenal are still trying to see if they can make that deal happen. There's all different sorts of stories. Apparently, Atletico Madrid have stopped engaging with Arsenal now about Thomas Partey because the way they see it is they don't want to sell him. So the only way that Arsenal are able to do this deal now is by taking it out of out of Atletico Madrid's hands. However, yesterday we heard news that Thomas Partey is still very keen on coming to Arsenal, but that he doesn't want to force a move through to Arsenal. He doesn't want to disrespect Atletico Madrid, which I can understand. I can completely understand that. Once again, though, what do you guys think about that deal? Again, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Do you think it will happen? I guess is the main thing. My girl at the moment is shaking her head like, oh, that ain't happening. Anything else I wanted to talk about today? Let me have a quick check. Quick check. Socrates was offered a deal from Qatar, which was interesting. He was offered a deal last minute yesterday. I think, as you guys know, at the moment, trying to get his picture up. At the moment, he's the subject of a couple of interests, but mainly from Napoli. Napoli are looking to sign him regardless of if Koulibaly is at the club or not. They want to sign Socrates. They're very keen on signing Socrates. And then a Qatar club, which I'm not going to butcher the name of, came in yesterday with a last-minute deal, obviously a much more lucrative deal. Socrates has rejected it flat out. He's instead very, very keen on a move to Naples, which you can blame him. Naples is a beautiful, beautiful city. So we'll see what ends up happening with this Socrates situation. I think he will leave the club. I mean, Arteta doesn't even hide it. He has no plans for Socrates. He's told him as much in a phone call that apparently angered Socrates. So I expect a deal of some sort to happen. Socrates wants to cancel his contract, and very similar to a Mkhitaryan type of style. It's like, what? All these geezers want to cancel their contracts. Like, no, mate, we need something for you. We need something. I think so. Arsenal, I think, are offering him at £5 million. So we'll see what ends up happening. It's interesting because on the flip side, Koulibaly, apparently Napoli confirmed that City haven't bidded for Koulibaly yet. Now that could be due to the fact that they wanted to see what was happening with Messi first, to know how much free cash that they would have. Now that Messi's not moving this summer, it's very possible they'll decide to move for Koulibaly now instead, but we'll see what ends up happening. Keep in mind, people, this is going to rumble on and on until the 5th of October. So let's see what happens. I think that is pretty much it now. Nothing really happened with Rob Holding. It looks like this geezer might be doing a bit of a U-turn. Apparently, he maybe ended up staying at Bayern Munich after all. So people wondering if there's any news on that. That will be why it's gone quiet all of a sudden. A new asking price of 25 million has been set for Benrahma, the Brentford winger, who I've never really seen what the big deal is. Whenever I've watched the Championship, the player that caught my eye was Eze from QPR. This guy, I never really saw what the big deal was. I just don't get it. I never really saw what the big deal is about him. But I will say he has played at a decent level in terms of France before. So maybe he might add something to the team. It's weird that we keep being linked with wingers. Like, we're still being linked with wingers. So I don't know if Arteta has a plan in that regard. But for me, in all honesty, if you ask me, him or Zaha, I'd rather Zaha. And I know Zaha is 3 years older. I'd rather Zaha. That is how much I don't rate this guy. But it is what it is. What do you guys think is the most important thing? Again, let me know. Leave it in the comments below. I think that is pretty much it. Let me just have a quick double check. The Coutinho thing I'm not going to really talk about at the moment. Dani Ceballos. I know people are asking me about Dani Ceballos. I think everything is more or less done. This is just a case of now announcing it. Keep in mind, if he's come from France, there'll be some quarantine. And Arsenal like taking their time at the best of times when it comes to announcements. I don't think there'll be any massive social media thing for Dani Ceballos. He played for us previously. he'll play for us again. So yeah, I think the Danny Ceballos thing, it's just a matter of when with that one. I can't think of anything else. Am I forgetting anything else? I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. So I think I'll leave it there just so that I'm not overstaying my welcome with you guys. Let me come into the chat room and see what you lot are saying. Please do stick a like on this video if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. Feel free to join the membership crew. Doing another membership stream on Sunday. It'll be a bit longer, the Sunday one, just because I know I owe you guys a good session with that one. But I did enjoy yesterday's one with Sergio and Carter. That was good. It was good speaking with those guys just to see what they thought about Arsenal at the moment. Sunday's episode is going to be more about, what you think our team will look like heading into the season. So we're going to focus very much on that on Sunday's stream. Might see if I can get someone else on for that. Maybe Ola. Might try and get Ola on for that. I'll see who's available. All right. Yeah, there's nothing else really news-wise. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Gabriel was in training, Chig. Was he? Okay. I didn't see any pictures of him. I saw pictures of Willian. I didn't see any pictures of Gabriel. Partey for me is dead in the water. Omar, for you, it was never going to happen. So I'm not expecting any enthusiasm for you. Gabriel was in training, Chig. No way on Zaha. I was Zaha out, but I'm backing him. I'm not getting carried away. Arteta's done a great job so far. For me, I've always maintained the same thing. I've maintained the same thing. I am an Arsenal fan. I want this manager, desperately want this manager to do well. Don't ever get it twisted. Just because I have reservations or I have critiques does not mean that I don't want him to do well. I just think at the moment in the fan base, it's either black or white. Unless you say categorically, I back this manager no matter whatever his decision is, no matter what he decides, no matter what he says, I back him regardless. Unless you say that, then you're against him. And I'm not against anyone. Let me make this nice and clear. I'm not against anyone trying to better this club. I'm not against anyone doing that. But if somebody has their own methods or their ways that I don't quite understand, I'm going to question it. This is what having a show is about. This is what talking to you lot is about. Mr. Black Scorpion, my combat show host. Ola, I might need to speak to you about tonight. I'm going to drop it in the group chat. I'm going to drop it in the group. But I'll speak to you about tonight. In fact, Ola, are you around for Sunday? I might as well speak to you now, brother. Are you around for Sunday? I'm trying to do a members stream. Are you about for Sunday? Just to let you know what a member stream is, Ola. It's we'll be having members on the stream with us. What are you saying, Ola? For Sunday, I'm talking about. Ola, where's my UFC show? Greetings for Great Chig. Should we sell Lacazette to get Partey? So yeah, I did say I was going to come back to Lacazette. So there is new thought process that Lacazette may end up staying at the club because the club feel quietly confident that they can raise what they need in order to secure Partey and Aouar, should Aouar decide to come to the club. Certainly very interesting. Let's put it that way. For me, I don't mind if Lacazette stays. I think we've got much worse problems than Lacazette. And quite frankly, if you had to say to me, who would I rather head up our strike force, Eddie Nketiah or Lacazette, it'll be Lacazette every single time. Keep in mind, for those people who tell me Martinelli, yeah, cool, Martinelli is out until end of the year. So that means Eddie is going to have to start every single game. Um, True Peacock says, Chig, Awar or Ceballos? If we get Ceballos and Awar and can play a 4-3-3, that would be a good midfield, in my opinion. I agree with you. Why not both? Why not both? I think both is very dynamic. You know, you can put Partey at the base, even though he's a midfield, he's a box to box himself. But you can put Awar at the you can put Partey at the base, then you can put Awar as Ceballos either side and just let them flow. All of them are capable of putting a foot in. All of them have a good defensive responsibility. All three of them can drive that team from the bottom to the top if they need to. Chig, keep or sell in Nketiah. I'd sell him. I'd sell him. You see, everything I said about Balogun, I don't see it in Eddie. I don't see it in Eddie. I think he works hard. He's real Danny Welbeck-esque. Look at this guy. Forgot about his shig stuff. Sundays ago, gotta be evening after my lad's football game. Yeah, it'll be in the evening, bro. It'll be something around 8, something like that. Well, there you go. There you have it. It's official. So me and Olo will be doing our member stream at 8. At 8 on Sunday. Carter. Good meeting you yesterday, brother. Big up Chig. Should Pepe turn up, sell Eddie Welbeck? I can't. You guys know I was the first one that called him that. I'm the first one that called him that. I literally just spoke about this, Jose. But for me, I think it will have a knock-on effect for us in the sense that I think if we have any targets that City are interested in, namely an Awar, they will now be competing. Because I'm sure they would have been trying to allocate in their head, all right, cool. That means we can't go for Koulibaly right now. We can't go for Awar right now because we need to get £624 million together for Messi. But now they don't necessarily have to do that. You can allocate some of that to go and get those targets so that if Messi becomes available next year, he'll be less, you would have thought, and they can do that much easier. Honestly, I don't think any of them makes it, but out of the three, I think Nelson is the best from a talent perspective. Some people might say Eddie because he scored more goals or whatever, but I think from a talent perspective, I think Nelson's the best. But I don't think any of the three make it, in my opinion. Follow to the member stream deal. Agreed. Here we go. Got to become a member though, you got to become a member, brother. I did see Alexis's comments. I saw it this morning. I kind of just laughed. It's like, oh, it's not always green on the other side, mate. It is what it is. I think with Alexis, the move he should have made, the move that he should have made that suited everybody was Man City. That was where he should have gone. You know, when Man City came in and bid 60 million for him, that was when we should have let him go, collected the 60 for him. He goes to the team that he actually wants to go to, play for the manager he's played for before, right? And I think you would have seen a much better, much more motivated Alexis. But Alexis went for the money. He went, instead of collecting 250 for Man City, he went and collected 500 and whatever it was for United. And as soon as he made that decision, he fucked up. I've moved for a job for money once before. Hated the job. It's almost it's like you're punished in a different way because you've moved for the money instead of the actual job or opportunity. Gonna miss Martinez if he leaves. I agree. Thank you, yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Chick, could you tell Lee Gunner to check his Instagram? I want a fantasy football guys he keeps ignoring. I'll see what I can do. Big up all Arsenal need your your toppings and sauce. Brother, hold fire on that. Hold fire on that. Hold fire. These serious. We never buy proven Premier League players. Everton are going to buy Decore. Spurs have Højbjerg. We never learn. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right. Couple more questions and I'm out of here, guys. Couple more questions. Couple more questions. Willock, Nelson, and Eddie don't seem like they understand football as much as others. They just play the way they play, bro. I think they play the way they play. I just think they don't get into it the way probably they're not able to follow Arteta's system as well. Like Nelson, for me, really doesn't seem to get it. I think Joe Willock just runs like a headless chicken. This is the thing. Maybe I changed my mind. Maybe I think Eddie's the best out of the three because I do think from a work rate perspective, Eddie is exactly what Arteta. I get why Arteta likes him. I get it. But the guy can't finish for shit. Ooh, I'm gonna say beef. My boy Reds will be so angry at me at saying that. Well, I'm gonna say beef. Yes, please, my man Diego. Subscribe to the Combat Show. Link is in the description. You see my co-host in the chat, Black Scorpion. To subscribe to Chick Flicks, I put 4 reviews recently on there. So go and check that out. And definitely show this channel some love and subscribe to Eagle Eye. I've said this before. I would love both. I rate both very, very highly, but Aouar is my guy. He's always been my guy. Eddie is captaining the under 21s. He is. Which I did raise my eyebrows at a little bit, but I was like, okay. Chicken is the best. It is the best. Next Netflix chig tomorrow. Tomorrow. No news on Bellerin. The latest is that Arsenal have gone back to PSG and so listen, we don't really want to sell him, but if you came back with a £35 million bid, that would be enough. So I think PSG are awaiting news. I know that Bayern Munich have just kind of declared that they are interested still, but they've not formally put in a bid yet. They've just kind of said that they're about, basically. I don't necessarily disagree with you. People might think I'm deluded, but if we sell Bellerin, I think we can get either Partey or karate or kickboxing. Kickboxing, for sure. Do you think Felipe Anderson? Oh gosh, I hate this rumor. I don't want us to get Felipe Anderson. I will say this. I do think he's a decent player. He's obviously a very good dribbler, very, very quick. But he's suited to being a winner. I don't think we need a winner, especially after buying Willian as well. It's just like, where are you putting all these people? Let's focus on our key areas for me, which is central midfield from an attacking perspective and a defensive perspective. I know you asked me a question, do you think he can play a cam? No, I don't. So that would be what I'd focus on. Maybe someone that can play left back so we can sell Kolasinac, sell Bellerin, and then you're good to go. Oh, one story I do want to talk to you guys about, Samuel Ntiti. So Samuel Ntiti is, which is a name my girl loves, by the way. She loves laughing at that name. Samuel Ntiti is the Barcelona defender. And he's obviously been valued at something like £50 million or something like that. Well, I read a story today that Barcelona are so desperate to get guys like this off the books that they're willing to let him go for free this summer just to get him off the wages. And I thought to myself, I wonder if Arsenal might decide to take a punt. And sure, you would have to offer him 150 to 200,000 pounds in wages, but when he plays, when he actually plays, he's an excellent defender. And I did wonder, maybe in a back three, in the middle of a back three, would he be suitable? What do you guys think? I forgot all about that story. I read that one this morning. Chip, do you think we'll get? Who do you think we'll get with a whole month left? I think we will get one of that Roma defensive midfielder, which I've temporarily forgotten the name of, Partey. Then we'll get one of those two. I don't think we'll get Aouar, but I think we'll get Coutinho. I think that's going to be the. I think that's going to be the exchange for not getting Aouar. I think I could see us getting those two for sure. Sales wise, who knows? Arsenal, who knows? We know that they should sell a lot. Whether they actually do is another question. I agree with you, Elliot. By the way, he's a good defender. When he's a good defender, and I think for free, I'd take the punt. I would take the punt. Someone to replace David Luiz for years to come. Top six. I'm doing a video on that, Omar. I'm doing a video on that probably next week, so I won't reveal it right now. All right, guys, 101 of you. You're free to go, but please do stick a like on the video before you go. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Go and subscribe to the Combat Show. We're approaching 200 subscribers, which is great. Chig Flicks, we're over 200 subscribers, which is even better. And Goon and Eagle Eye, we are less than 1,200 away now from 10K. Come on, let's do this. So yes, if you could subscribe to all of those, that would be great. You can leave a like on this video. That'd be fantastic. You know me, tomorrow is usually my day off from Green and Eagle Eye, so there won't be a video on there unless something major happens. But it will be my Chick Flicks day, so I'll drop some Chick Flick stuff tomorrow. Sunday, I'm going to be back with Eagle Eye and the member stream, so keep a lookout for those two things. And members, recorded a lot of stuff. I know I keep telling you that. I just haven't had an opportunity to edit them properly. That's what tomorrow is going to be about. So I'm going to edit them. As soon as I finish editing them, I'm just going to drop it. So if you see like 4 or 5 videos, it's not a typo. It's just the latest stuff I've not uploaded yet. So hopefully you enjoy that. All right, guys, I am out of here. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. And I will speak to most of you, I would guess, on Sunday. Yeah. All right. Take care. Peace.